There are 5 mistakes you need to avoid when running meta ads for your trade business. Now, if you're watching this, you either own a trade business in the UK and you're running meta ads, or you're not running meta ads and you want to know how to make the most out of your ad spend. So either way, this video is going to be helpful, whether you're running meta ads already or you want to, in that it's going to help you make more out of the money you're putting into it. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what those 5 mistakes are, and more importantly, what to do instead in order to make sure that you can get more jobs out of your meta ads and you're not just burning money on ad spend. So by the end of the video, you're not going to be a marketing genius, but you will have 5 simple things that you can do to guaranteed get you better results with your meta ads. So if you don't know who I am, my name is James and I've run meta ads for both myself and trade businesses across the UK, managing multiple thousands of pounds in ad spend every single month. So I know a thing or two about what works and what to avoid when running ads for your trade business. So let's not waste any time. Here's mistake number 1. Mistake number 1 is not running a leads campaign. Okay, so a lot of trade businesses go ahead and run an awareness campaign or a traffic campaign, trying to send people to their website or just showing people their brand logo. Now, you're trying to get your name out there, I get it, but that's not really the best thing to do with meta ads. You want to be running a lead campaign, okay? So what a lead campaign is, everyone who engages in your ad, who clicks the button, basically is sent to a lead form where you can put in the questions, you can put in a contact details form where they can basically give you permission to contact them by submitting their name, phone number, email, whatever that might be. And the good thing with the lead form is that you can add questions to qualify the leads that are coming through. So you're not just getting time wasters. So for example, if you are a roofing company, you can have the first question be, are you the homeowner, yes or no? And it's really important you enable conditional logic on the form in order to kick off anyone that is answering the questions wrong or are giving answers that you think are unserious, such as if they're not the homeowner and they select no on the first question, you want to kick them off the form, you don't want to let that person through. So what conditional logic does, it lets you choose, if they choose yes, next question, if they choose no, close the form. So basically you're only getting the leads that are serious based on what you want them to have said in the questions to your form. Now you can add the budget there, you can add what type of work they're looking for. Now you can do up to, I'd say 3 questions is a good sort of length. You don't want to add too many, you don't want to do too little, because you want there to be the right amount of friction there to drop off the time wasters, but also keep the serious people interested. So yeah, I'd say 2 to 4 questions, 3 questions is good. For a roofing company, for example, are you the homeowner? What sort of work are you looking to get done? Make sure these are all multiple choice, by the way. And then 3rd question, you can put budget, or if you don't want to put budget, then just put like, when are you trying to get this work done, or what's the time frame for the job? Like, when are you looking to go ahead and start the work? So you just want to put some multiple choice there to make sure that the person is serious. And then if they're below a certain budget, then kick them off the form. If they're above, then keep them through, whatever that might be, to qualify the lead initially, just to make sure there's some intent there, there's some seriousness as well. And also with that, make sure that you have an automation set up, so when the lead comes through, a notification gets sent to your phone with their details so that you can go ahead and call them or contact them and try and book a quote or whatever the next step is. Mistake number 2 is doing too much detailed targeting. Okay, so a lot of people do detailed targeting, they try and be smart with it, but this isn't the thing that's going to make your ads work or not work. It's going to be mainly focused towards the creative and ad copy, but I'm going to get into that. But with detailed targeting, you don't want to put too much in there, if anything, okay? So you want to keep it broad. What I mean by broad is just putting in, obviously, your location, your service area, and then just leaving everything else up to Meta. So don't put in like a certain gender or age or demographic, anything like that. Don't put any detailed targeting there. If you want, that's not to say like don't put anything, but you can put something to kind of point Meta in the right direction, but the main thing is Meta knows your target audience better than you do. So don't try and be smart with it and put in interests that you might think people might be interested in, or don't try and guess what people might be interested in. Because at the end of the day, Meta's going to know better than you do about who to target. So as long as your ad creative and copy are speaking to the right person, they're targeted towards the right person, then Meta's going to push it towards those type of people, and they're going to be interested in the ad if it's a good ad. But I'm going to get into that in the next point. But yeah, kind of a summary of that point, don't put in too much detailed targeting. If you are, say, I don't know, a landscaping company, then you can put, say, one interest that is landscaping or landscape gardening, something like that, to just prompt Meta in the right direction, but you don't want to be smart with it. You don't want to put too much in there. I'd say maximum 3 to 5 things, if any. I'd say literally just keep it broad, put in the location, leave the age, leave the gender, everything like that. If you know a certain gender or age is definitely not going to want your service, then you can eliminate that, but don't make it too specific. It's always better to give Meta more to work with than less to work with, because they know who to target better than you do. So mistake number 3 is doing very general ad creative and ad copy. So what I mean by general is making your images look like ads, okay? and your copy sounding like an ad. So what you want to do is make the image not look like an ad. Now what I mean by this, I'll put an image up on screen of something that looks like an ad, okay, versus that something that doesn't look like an ad. It looks more authentic and more genuine. It builds a lot more trust there, okay. Now you don't want to put any discounts up on the screen or like prices or any banners like flashy banners, anything like that. That's just going to look like an ad and it's going to attract the wrong sort of people. So if someone sees a discount, yes, you might get more leads, but those leads are just going to be price shoppers. They're going to be people getting 10 plus quotes for one job, and that's not the people you want to be dealing with. Unless it is, then go ahead and do that. But I'm assuming you want to get high quality leads and you want to get people that aren't price shopping and that they're serious and you can actually get a job out of them instead of having to wait weeks for them to decide what is the cheapest. So a few things to avoid: don't use stock photos or discounts or price banners, anything like that. Make it more authentic. So what I mean by that is have pictures of yourself in there, have pictures of the team, the van, a recent job project that you've been on, you know, standing there, thumbs up, whatever, just a nice photo, either you or the team or anything like that, you know, next to a van or a project. That works really well in that it doesn't look like an ad, it looks more authentic because people want to see, you know, who's actually going to be doing the job. They don't want to see some stock photo. So if you put a photo of yourself as the owner up there and the copy mentions like, hi, I'm the owner, say, hi, I'm name, that works really well in building trust there, because at the end of the day, these are not the same as recommendation or word of mouth leads, okay? So we need to build some more trust there. Also adding testimonials and reviews, any results you've got in the actual copy, such as, you know, Google reviews, Checkatrade reviews, anything like that, any good reviews you have, put that in there, say over 100 5-star reviews or whatever that might be, and also call out the local area as well in the copy, okay? Another thing that works quite well is video ads. So, you know, you as the owner talking to the camera, just have like subtitles, just literally a simple video talking to your target audience. So when you're writing up the script, you want to be thinking about talking to someone, talking to an actual person, talking to the type of person that you are targeting with the ad. So you can talk about, you know, like what the business is, why you started, what you do, why they should choose you over other people, and a call to action at the end, always with an ad saying, you know, click learn more. Learn more is the best, highest converting call to action. So when you're making the ad, just choose learn more, and obviously when you're writing the copy or speaking the video, say learn more at the end to get your quote or whatever the next step is. If you're going to contact them, just say that, and yeah, just try and make it build a lot of trust and be authentic with the ad. Don't make it look like a normal ad. Mistake number 4 is campaign structure. So what you want to do, you don't want to give Meta one ad to work with or 2 ads. You want to give them quite a range of ads. So this kind of relates to the budget as well. What I'd say is if you're doing a budget lower than £20, you might as well not even do it at all, to be honest. You're not going to get any real data there. You're not going to get anything that you can actually work with. I'd recommend a budget of around £30 to start with, 25, 30, something around that. That's going to kind of build some real data there. So you can go ahead and see what's working, what's not working, what to scale, what to kill, what ads to turn on, what ads to turn off, you know, what type of ads are working as well, okay? So you want to test, if you're working with around a £30 budget, I'd say you can test around 5 to 6 image ads and maybe 2 to 3 videos as well. But, you know, if you want, you can just stick with image ads to start off with, because video ads are going to take longer to work. But then again, they're going to work for longer, okay? So the image ads are going to start dropping off after about, it depends how good the image ad is, but they're going to drop off quicker. They're going to work for less time than a video ad will, okay? But to go ahead and make the image ads, if you don't, you can literally just take a picture yourself, or if you don't want to do that, just use AI, use Higgsfield to go ahead and make the images for you. So just do one campaign, do a campaign budget of over £20 and put in one ad set and then 5 to 6 image ads. And if you're doing videos, do 2 to 3 videos as well with a £30 budget is a good starting point to go with. And also very important, leave your ads for at least a week before you go ahead and change anything. Okay, so don't panic if there's no leads coming through within the first day or two. I let you just leave it for at least a week to build some real results so you can actually see, okay, is this working, is this not, what should I turn off? So main thing there, just don't keep on changing the ads, don't keep on adjusting everything, leave it for 7 days at least. Have 5 to 6 ads in there, 7 to 8 if you're doing video as well, but have some variety in there for Meta to test and leave it for 7 days. If it's not working, go ahead and switch it up. If it is working, then make more ads of what's working and turn off the ads that aren't working, because you'll see Meta will allocate more budget to the ads that are doing well and it will give less to the ones that aren't doing that well. So you can go ahead and turn off the ones that aren't doing well and then make more ads like the ones that are doing well. But if your campaign is working overall, then I'd say don't touch anything for like a month and then just kind of see how it goes, unless there's something like seriously wrong with the ad that you've seen in the lead form, or anything like technically wrong with the ad, then obviously go ahead and change it. But if it's just like a feeling that you have, don't do anything, don't touch the ad for at least a week. Mistake number 5. Now this is the most important to actually convert leads into jobs. It's not following up with your leads fast enough, okay? Now you're paying for every lead that comes through. You got to think about that. So you literally have to contact that lead within the first minute, the first 30 seconds. Otherwise, there's going to be drop off there. They're going to be much less likely to buy, because 78% of leads are going to go with the person who replies to them first, okay? And there needs to be some acknowledgement. If they submit a form and they don't hear anything back for an hour, 2 hours, a day, then the chance of them buying from you is going to drop very much, okay? So if you feel like you're going to be, I don't know, busy on site, or you won't have time to actually pick up the phone and call the leads or contact the leads as soon as they come through, then obviously set up an automation, build some sort of AI agent to go ahead and do it for you, just so you can have some conversation started there and actually book a quote with them. So the peak interest is when someone inquires for the first time. You want to ride that momentum, ride that interest until the point of securing the job. So you don't want to leave them dry for an hour, a day, anything like that at the start. That's just going to kill off the momentum. That's going to kill off the interest. And they are the most interested when they first inquire, as I said. So the most important thing there, once you have good ads, once you have good copy, good creative, everything like that, and you get leads coming through, make sure you are responding to the leads as soon as they inquire, okay? It's going to be the number one thing that turns the leads into booked jobs for you, okay? So once you've kind of nailed those 4 things and you're getting leads come through, number 5 is the most important. Speed to lead, okay? Within the first minute, first 5 minutes is the most important thing you can do. Whether that's calling them or texting them or some sort of acknowledgement there, just anything to respond to them and try and get the next step sorted, whether that's a quote or a meeting or a call, anything like that. Go ahead and book that in with them. So yeah, that was the 5 mistakes. Thank you for watching. But one more thing. If you're a trade business owner in the UK and you're not growing from Meta ads because you don't have the time, the skills, or the interest to make it work yourself, then we can do it for you. We can run your ads, build the whole system behind it so you can focus on growing the business instead of working inside of it. Now, we only take on 5 trade businesses per month because we only want to work with a small amount to make sure we get the best results possible for each one we do work with. So if you do want someone to do it for you, you can click the first link in the description. You can book a call with me. If it lets you, then I've got space. If it doesn't, then I'll give you a shout when I do. But yeah, book a call and we'll see if it makes sense to work together.